Good evening, everyone, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Um, I'm Nikki Perizzo. I'm your curator and your host for the evening ahead. Uh, I would like to welcome you to Cafe La Mama Live, Rest Stop SOS Response by Justin Hicks with the collaboration of Kenita Miller Hicks. Just a few personal remarks before we get going. I just want to acknowledge a few things. This has been a tumultuous June 2020 so far. There's been a lot of movement and the possibility of change in our country and in the world. So, a few acknowledgements as we begin. Oh, and happy Bloomsbury Day to all of you James Joyce aficionados. So I'd like to begin with the land acknowledgement. Yes. I would like to acknowledge that our theater, La Mama Experimental Theater Club, and our work is situated on the island of Manhattan, Manohanet on the island, or Manahatta, traditional lands of the Munsee Lenape, the Canarsie, Unkachog, Matinacok, Shinnecock, Rekgawank, and the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. We respect that many indigenous people continue to live and work on this island and acknowledge their ongoing contributions to this area. Also, this is approximately the 80th or 81st day of the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, and New York City and state have been in a lockdown for the past 3 months. And we are now in phase 1 of reopening. So that's where we are at the moment. And we would also like to acknowledge the protests for racial equity and against systemic racism and against police brutality in this country. No justice, no peace, Black Lives Matter. And finally, we would like to acknowledge and celebrate yesterday's landmark historic decision of the Supreme Court by a 6-3 vote, protecting gay and transgender workers from workplace discrimination. So that's something to celebrate in this Gay Pride Month of June 2020. And I would like to, before I begin reading you part of my work for tonight, I'd like to insert this Nina Simone quote. The great singer, African-American singer Nina Simone, said, "How can you be an artist if you don't reflect the times?" So bear with me, everyone, as I read my version of the coming out process. I was 15. It was summer 1967, the summer of love, they were calling it. I had just been camping out in Central Park's Sheep Meadow with some grade school and high school friends on a glorious summer Saturday afternoon in June, Saturday, June 17th, 1967, to be exact. That is my friends and I and 135,000 other people to listen to Barbara Streisand, sing to us, before she flew out to Hollywood the following week to make the movie version of her big hit, Funny Girl. She practically sang her entire oeuvre up until then for 2.5 hours straight on a clear, balmy night under the Manhattan stars, just like the night we have tonight, as a matter of fact. I also remember earlier that day, some of us were clutching our new, shiny Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band albums. Everyone was talking about the psychedelic ending to I Heard the News Today. Oh boy. People had their transistor radios on. We were listening to Aretha singing, I Never Loved a Man the Way I Loved You, and Respect. Grace Slick was daring us to, do you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? And there was White Rabbit too. One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Cut to 15 years later. Summer, June 1982. I'll never forget the time my first boyfriend, David Underwood, my mentor, Bill Hart, and also my dear friend, Gene Guinness from Oberlin College days, and Cosmo Lee from NYU, came to visit my Filipino immigrant parents, Nicasio and Agustina, for a home-cooked luncheon at my boyhood home in Flushing, Queens. I was 30 years old. It was 1982. Reagan was in the White House. My eternally homesick mother was always threatening to move back home to the Philippines, and I needed to have my closest and dearest ones meet both my folks while it was still possible. I remember David, the quintessential all-American white boy, albeit white boy with a very dark edge. The handsome sandy blonde wasp from upstate New York, being the perfect gentleman, so kind and accommodating with my folks, as were both Bill and Gene, and also Cosmo, where I was the complete nervous wreck, showing off my friends to my clueless mom and dad. I had never fully come out to my parents. We were not only generations apart, but there was also an abyss between us culturally. So what was the point? I angsted over and continued to ask myself to burden and literally shock my elderly parents with this extraneous information about my sexual identity. David and my friends, of course, fell completely in love with both my parents, especially my doting, overly possessive mom, who put on her best behavior, cooked the most delicious Filipino meal, and only exhibited the unconditional love and pride she genuinely felt for me, her spoiled, rotten, only begotten son. Even though I was not out to my parents, my mother intuitively understood the caring role that David and my extended family of friends had so generously taken in her son's life. And thus, I nearly wept in embarrassment, emotion, and no small relief and pride when I heard my dear Filipino mother say to my boyfriend David, knowing full well the impact it made on all of us present in my family's dining room at that moment, please take care of my Nikki. And David said, yes. I will take care of Nikki. That was my mother's way of acknowledging and accepting, in her very particular way, my difference, my queerness, my being gay. That afternoon in Queens was my coming out party in more ways than one, thanks to my Filipino mother. Ahay, kalisud, kalisud ang binayaan. Adlaw gabi ay ikaw ang ginatagisan. Ahay, inday, niya walay sin kapalaran. Walay gid, saran ko kalipayan ay cielo azul. Abaw din ka na bala, buligid ang bangin. Ang nabilanggusan gugma, mayat pang mamatay, kung halos mamatay. Agud ako makadumdum, nya ko walay kalipay. And now I'd like to introduce our performers for the evening, Justin Hicks and Kenita Miller Hicks. Justin Hicks is a multidisciplinary artist and performer who uses music and sound to investigate identity and value. As a composer and performer, his work has been featured at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, Performance Space New York, the Public Theater, Jack, Dixon Place, the Whitney Museum of American Art, and the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts, among many others. Hicks has collaborated with notable visual artists, musicians, and theater makers, including Abigail DeVille, Kenisa Schall, Michelle Ndegeocello, and Colleen Smith. In 2018, he was nominated for a Drama Desk Award for his work as the composer of Milima's Tale by Lynn Nottage at the Public Theater. Hicks was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, and currently lives and works in the Bronx, New York. Kenita Miller Hicks is a Drama Desk Award-winning actor and vocalist who has performed in such notable Broadway productions as The Color Purple and Xanadu. She was most recently seen as Mama Yuralie in the Tony Award-winning, Grammy-nominated Once on This Island. Her regional work includes an Audelco Award-winning portrayal of Zora Neale Hurston in Urban Stages Langston in Harlem, and many others. She is also a member of the band The Hot Plates with Justin Hicks and Jade Hicks. Kenita was born and raised in Rochester, New York, and currently lives and works in the Bronx, New York. Referencing Denise Williams' song Black Butterfly, Justin Hicks and Kenita Miller Hicks offer original songs and meditations that acknowledge love in its various modes and expressions as the ultimate gesture and a primary source of empowerment. Here are Justin Hicks and Kenita Miller Hicks.
Shoes can be so tough on those feet of yours, so bind and breaking your head up, honey. Come here. I made a mean cup of stuff you like, a tub of water I'm boiling for your needs. So when you get off again, you can be here. I would like the company, and in return I'll let you be. Stop.
Stop.
Rest.
Rest.
Stop.
Stop.
Rest.
Rest.
Honey. 'Cause you're aching for love and touches, comfort and joy. How did you spend your time? I could stand and wait.
Stop.
Just to hear you say, oh, figure, you might not want to speak. You probably want to be sleeping. I don't blame ya. I would want to sleep if I were you too. I don't blame ya.
I don't blame ya.
Stop.
Stop.
Rest.
Rest.
Stop.
Stop.
Rest.
Rest
here, 'cause you're aching for love. Rest here.
Rest here, honey. Pull your body through. Weary mind won't pull your body through.
I see. I stay. I sit. I thrust. I forget. I penetrate. I begin. I care. I run. I can't. I face. I tried. I ate. I meant. I kill. I trace. I rag. I bush. I patch. I tear. I don't. I erase. I belong. I push. I lie. I give. I hate. I joint. I lose. I quit. I stink. I value. I war. I yawn. I shit. I trust. I freak. I pout. I ball. I curve. I rate. I crave. I fart. I trim. I tone. I ain't. I master. I know. I total. I rub. I zone. I own. I pussy. I trade. I matter. I matter. I matter. I fast. I front. I buster. I crouch. I press. I toaster. I labor. I tame. I spinner. I burger. I grater. I funnel. I torment. I limit. I jump, I cook, I clean, I grudge, I box, I trash, I dog, I taste, I wash, I buck, I mud, I waste, I spoon, I folder, I brace, I fake, I bust, I rhyme, I cross, I dot, black,
The sky survived. Proud, beautiful, conceived in truth.
You slept in fire time. Proud, unkept fire.
Struggle time.
Struggle time. Promise unkept. Butterfly. Wings catch the skies.
Never die.
Proud, beautiful. The skies survive. And beautiful. That you are. Catch on fire. Black
Thank you.
I just wanted to honor the silence for a moment. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Kenita. That was very resonant and moving. I'm I'm almost at a loss for words, but I did want to ask you a couple of things. And first of all, I wanted to know when did you? I wanted to know something about the gestation of this work, and have you been working on it for a while, or is it something that's really new, or you'd been thinking about actually before this time, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a really great question. And I think the answer is all three of those things, or all of those things you just said. There's material in here that's old, new, material that we just, sometimes there is a song just left at the side of the road, and
or that
or
gets
that
new meaning.
yeah, that comes and pops
Kinda
back
like
up and comes
renews
and visit
itself.
you. Yeah. So there are moments in this piece that are like that, and then the way we kind of decided to frame the grouping and frame even the space between the songs, or like when we're in a song or when we're in a meditation, um, kind of using a new kind of way of looking at, well, really, I guess I can describe the moment that kind of put it all together. Was Kanita and I were just talking, and she said, "Do you know that song Black Butterfly by Denise Williams?" And I was like, "No, I should know that song. I think Denise Williams is from my dad's hometown or something like that." And oh, and this is the people and the key. Sorry. But uh so yeah, we listened to the song, and I was like, it sounds like such a beautiful love song, but it's actually not even also, it's more a liberation song. And we started thinking about how there are many kind of protest songs and songs about empowerment that felt like love songs, that feel like love songs, or that feel like um, sometimes even seductive. So we wanted to like bring that vibe into the space, and kind of an idea of renewal and rebooting and whatnot, but also being able to sit in breath and even contemplate.
Yeah, it definitely is also like influenced by this time now, you
For sure.
know, um, and wanting to have, because we love to create together, but what better way to use your voice or, reflect, and a lot of our reflection has been about how to care for each other in this time. Um, and how to revel in our black love and in our blackness, and to be proud of it, and to protect it, and to protect each other. And so with that Denise Williams song Black Butterfly, I kind of felt like a personal transformation happening right now. And we literally have the symbolism of butterflies almost every day. We get a greeting, and so taking everything around us and putting it into, and trying to verbalize it, trying to ponder it, trying to honor it and not be afraid of it, but using the moment as empower, and using our art as empowerment as well.
And oh, thank you both for what you just said. It's I wanted to know about further as you develop the piece further. Will you be adding any kind of visual element besides the two of your bodies, which is very strong already? But yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
and your voices, of course.
Yeah. I think this piece, and quite frankly, a lot of what's happening with performance, it's I'll say it's interesting to say the least. Um, what we're adapting to, but also what's possible. All of that, in terms of like performing this way. People have done it live TV forever. It's not totally new, but there's also a way in which it's so unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've kind of been thinking about what it's like to give people a way to engage and disengage. And so we were thinking, kind of, I mean, at least I was thinking about how visuals can aid in giving people a moment of rest, even from us, or when they can actually go get those cookies that they decided to make tonight while watching this video out of the oven. Because oftentimes we're so attached to our screens that I just want to make that relationship a little bit more gentle. And like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody to
Okay.
feel like locked to watching, but I do feel that it is important to understand that we are constantly activated. So we've got a couple of ideas about how to do that, um, with
And
a
it
different
is a
visual.
new piece, so I think something that we
Yes.
both try to do is to honor what the piece wants to be.
Sure.
Our
Absolutely.
ancestors are very important to us, and living in kind of in an open space, we try to bring that into our artistry too, you know, instead of trying to be so heavy-handed and molding it into something that we feel like it should be or is entertaining, you know, really listening to what our hearts, what we're actually trying to say, and the clarity of it, trying to find clarity, and then also leaving space for space and to be talked through, you know, from the music and from the lyrics, to have an experience ourselves. So I don't know, Nikki, we'll see, you know, what it ends up being.
Mhm.
I think I'm excited to see what that is too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about what it can be. But oh, and will people get a chance to hear this again in the near future? Please talk about that.
Yeah, we're actually going to do the full performance, which I guess we did about half of it,
Hmm.
in terms of amount of material. And we'll see how this order shapes up or not. But next Wednesday, the Bronx Council on the Arts will present it online. And I think it will be a Zoom event um, at 6 p.m.
So that's 6 p.m. on June
20
24th.
Yes, that's right. And it's part
And
of their series called BX Expressions, I believe. Yeah. And it's kind of like, I guess, a performance series. It's also very new. It's really interesting how a lot of, like I said, organizations and whatnot, or institutions are thinking on their feet in this way of how can we
Mhm.
still, like, you know, do the thing we normally do, and we're all kind of experiencing it in real time. I think it's really interesting. So I'm actually really happy to be a part of that kind of thing happening. It feels like it's a big shift, and it's a big deal. So um, yeah, we'll see how my 1990s self adapts to it. I'll give myself early 2000s. I'm not, you know. Yeah.
Well, what we've heard and seen and heard tonight has um, it's already been, as I said earlier, so resonant and actually haunting and mesmerizing, just by the repetitions of particular words and the kind of the verbs that you chose to use in the text. And I found that all very haunting and resonant and mesmerizing. And I thank you for um, sharing what you have so far with us at Cafe La Mama. And I would like to hopefully, yes, I would like to invite you back to La Mama in the near foreseeable future. And
Yes, please.
you know, and we're all trying to figure out what is the future going to look like, and especially in our theaters and in our performance spaces, and how do we adjust and actually welcome whatever might be new and surprising about performance practice in 2020 and 2021.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so thank you again for spending time with us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
And well, this is giving away something to the audience, but I hope we can hang out just a little bit after the show.
Okay, great. Yeah.
In our Zoom land.
After show. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's been a
And
pleasure.
thank you again, Justin Hicks and Kenita Miller Hicks, for that for your beautiful music and vocalization. So thank you. And I just like to say thank you to our Crackerjack team, our live lab team. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. Everyone from Chris Ignacio and Pierce Redmond to, oh my gosh, to of course Sang Min Che, and someone new to our team, Marielle Iljakowski. I hope I said that correctly. Please correct me if I didn't. And the audience, please, thank you for being with us tonight, and please join us tomorrow at 6:30 for La Mama Live Talks, moderated by none other than Ryan Leach. The Struggle for Black Freedom, facilitated by the Center for Constitutional Rights. Very important information that we should listen to at this time. So thank you for joining us at Cafe La Mama Live, and see you soon.